Chile's distinctive elongated shape makes it one of the most unique countries on the map. Stretching over 2,600 miles from north to south, Chile's narrow strip of land, if flipped on its side, would span from San Francisco to New York. But how did Chile come to have such a remarkable and stretched geographical form? This transformation involves a series of historical events and strategic expansions during the 19th century, following its independence. Geographically, Chile is wedged between the towering Andes Mountains to the east and the vast Pacific Ocean to the west. This positioning left early Chilean leaders with limited options for territorial expansion. As a newly independent nation in the early 1800s, Chile was keen on growing its territory to enhance its security, resources, and influence in the region. The quest for expansion first led Chile northward, where rich nitrate deposits were discovered in the Atacama Desert, an area then part of Bolivia, and contested by Peru. In the 1870s, these resources became the focal point of escalating tensions between the nations, eventually leading to the War of the Pacific, 1879 to 1883, in which Chile, Bolivia, and Peru were the main antagonists. Chile emerged victorious from this conflict, resulting in significant territorial gains. Through the Treaty of Ancon with Peru and a truce with Bolivia, Chile annexed the former Peruvian province of Tarapacá and later the Bolivian coastal region of Antofagasta. This not only expanded Chile's territory but also granted it valuable resources, bolstering its economy and solidifying its presence along the Pacific coast. The southern expansion was equally strategic but involved different challenges. The Strait of Magellan, located at the southern tip of the continent, was a critical maritime route before the Panama Canal's construction. Control over this passage meant influence over Atlantic and Pacific naval routes. After a series of negotiations and conflicts, particularly involving the indigenous Mapuche people and European powers with interests in the region, Chile gradually extended its control over this southernmost part. The conquest and subsequent incorporation of the Mapuche territories were key to Chile's expansion. Known as the Pacification of Araucania, this process took place in the late 19th century and involved both military campaigns and treaties. It integrated the Mapuche lands into the Chilean state, pushing the country's boundaries further south towards the Antarctic.